What's up everyone, and thanks for tuning into my channel. Today I'm going to be checking out the 1943 Berlin Blitz on the HTC Vive. This is one of my favourite experiences from last year. It's produced by the BBC and Immersive VR Education and was definitely something that blew my mind the first time I tried it. So let's take a look. Okay, so I've lowered myself down a little bit. I tend to find that the first part of this seats you a little bit high. So let's see how we go. So this uses original recordings from a BBC reporter that travelled on a Lancaster bomber into the heart of Berlin towards the end of World War II. Winfried Vaughan Thomas, what an amazing name. This is such an amazing experience for any historians out there, for any history teachers. Definitely want to check this out, trust me.
Green light flashes from the control tower. That's the sign. It's our turn to go now. We're fourth to go. And the whole of our four engines are giving out a full-throated roar. We start to slowly gather speed down the mile-and-a-half long runway. Ahead of us, the third aircraft already airborne. We can see the port and starboard lights shining like red and green stars in the dusk. We're racing to join it, gathering speed now all the way past the control tower.
Of course, this is VR, I can cheat.
Of ground crews giving us away as we disappear now, moving rapidly all the time. I'm just looking up, we are still on the ground. It takes all this time to get off. But now, at long last, there we go, we're clear. We're airborne and on our way to join the stream of bombers making towards Berlin.
I like the fact that the text appeared where I was looking.
8,000 feet now, oxygen's on. Hello, navigator. Hello, Bombardier. We're crossing the coast now. Thank you. Bombs fused. Bombs fused. Hello, navigator. Skipper here. Nav lights off. Thank you, Skipper. Hello, Skipper. Hello, rear gunner. There's no Lancaster passing on the starboard quarter. Fire away, you rear gunner.
The level of detail is just stunning, it really is.
Just watch him, will you? Okay.
I'm standing forward at the pilot seat.
Especially when you
right
bear
forward
in mind how quickly Immersive VR Education turned this project around.
is curled up in his compartment, surrounded by perspex glass. But right in front of me sits Scotty.
This highlights the talent of that company, it really does.
Again, the pilot sits by him, the green glow.
Those not familiar with Immersive are the guys that produced Titanic VR. They're the guys behind the award-winning Apollo 11. They're also the team behind Engage, which is the platform I use for my CPD and VR events.
He's an Aussie from Brisbane. Just got his ruler out over our maps. Sparky, the wireless ops, in his cabin behind Corn. He's keeping his eye on Reg Pitzley, our BBC engineer, with just a tiny pinpoint of light to help him cut his disc. The first time a disc was ever being cut on a bomber heading for Germany. Then behind Red, we go out into the darkness of the long fuselage of the bomber. There we've got our mid-off upper gunner, and he's the last man I can see. Just the outline of his head in the little glass bubble of his turret. There's one man out of sight, there, the rear gunner. He's a Sussex farmer. He doesn't say much. In fact, all we've had from him on the intercom is
like a dog hanging out a window.
Okay, Skipper. But that's a very comforting sound, because when Dev says it's okay, it is okay.
Look at the light on the water down there. Amazing.
Now and again, as we watch the flag, the bright light winking in among the heavy concentrated beams. They've got every single searchlight you could possibly imagine out there to catch us. And in a moment it'll be our turn to pass through them. A dark shape is going out ahead of us. Another Lancaster will lead in. There goes some flak again. They must be having a go at us, all right. All the time, we're moving in. It's disconcerting to see that welcome waiting for us. I'm watching they've caught one of our aircraft. Up goes the flak around him, bursting in vivid flashes. Maybe after us, because the searchlights are starting to move away.
I mean, guys, this literally is the definition of bringing history to life.
Yes, they've left that other bomber and they're moving now.
I'm seeing in the
towards
past.
us, feeling for us all the time. They're pumping up the flag in a steady stream. They've swung away from us now, swung back. I've won another bit sorry. There goes the flag, bursting always in that cone, and the searchlights starting from vivid white pinpoint, moving all the time, trying to follow that bomber. Again they come bending, a whole lot of them. They seem to bend away towards us, following a master beam. But we are moving away to starboard, and it looks as if this time we've slipped through.
So here we go, 20 miles west of Berlin, 3.5 hours into the operation. This is where things get a bit hairy.
What we can see now is a wall of
Head out the window.
Not the 30 as we saw as we came into the coast, but they're in hundreds. It's a wall of light with very few breaks. And behind that wall is a pool of fiercer light.
I mean, can you imagine
Glowing
actually
red and
flying a
green and
plane
blue.
through that?
And over that pool there are myriads of flares hanging in the sky. That's the city itself.
Every one of those lights is somebody
There in the
looking
heart
to
of the
blow
globe,
you
there
up.
goes a bigger red flash, the biggest we've yet seen. That must be the first of the big 400,000 pound bombs going down. Flak coming up at us now. That one went down, and it's pretty near to me. Our aircraft rocked. So we're running straight into the most gigantic display of fireworks in the world. We're due over our target. We're 2 minutes time, and Bill, our bomb aimer, is forward. He's lying prone over his bomb sight, and the searchlights are coming nearer now all the time. There's one cone split again, and then it comes together. They seem to splay out at first like the tentacles of an octopus waiting to catch you. And this time, as they come together, they've got a Lancaster right in the center. It's up to us. It's getting too hot for these searchlights, and we're starting weaving. Our pilots put the nose of the Lanc down, and we're tilting away a furious angle. Up comes our starboard wing. It's hitting that Lancaster now.
Hello, engineer. Skipper here. Yeah? Will you put the revs up, please? Yeah? Okay, keep weaving. A lot of searchlights and fighter flares, Skipper. Yeah, keep on. Okay, boys, okay. Bomb doors open. Hello, Bombardier. Okay when you are. Bomb doors open. Bomb doors open, Bombardier. Right. They keep weaving, Ken. Steady.
Here we go.
Steady. Right, a little bit. Bomb's going in a minute. Bomb. Right. 2, 3. Bomb's still going. Hey, Jimmy, try to behind us, boy. Bomb's dead in there. Hurry up, Jimmy, hold on. You can... Where is he, Red Gunner? Can you see him?
Great that the perspective changes to key points in the action from the recordings.
He's down. Did you shoot him down? Yeah, he's got him, boy. Right in the middle. Bloody good. Bloody good. Keep waving. There's some flak coming at me. Okay, don't shout all at once. Alright. Photograph taken. Okay, photograph taken. Hello, Skipper. Will you turn on to 081? Right, 081, navigator. Don't all speak at once now. Keep quiet, it's okay. Okay, it's good. Hello, mid-gunner. Did you recognize that fighter you got on? No, I didn't recognize it, but it's definitely going down now. Good, Jimmy. I can see him, boy. Good show. I can see him now. Yeah, no, he's burning. Does he look lovely? Good show, lad. Now keep your eyes open. Okay, Ken. Now then, lads. they're putting some stuff up, Skipper. And they're putting a lot down as well. There you are. Okay, Reg. Still cutting, Skipper, Reg. Okay, Reg, thanks a lot. My God, that looks a bloody good show, doesn't it?
It's a recording,
yeah, certainly good playing, I believe. Keep your eyes open, mid-upper. Very good, Skipper. Some club's jettisoned his incendiaries over there. You see it? It's a leg, I believe. Yes, it's a leg, is it? My God, it's a leg. Oh, hello, mid-upper gunner. Hello. Watch that leg that's just above us, will you? Yes, very good. He's diving away. He's going over the port. By the living Jimmy, she's a wizard, Frank. Look at the stuff going. David must be dead. Oh, it's the best crane I've seen for a long time. They're still putting some tracer up, but there's not much coming besides that. No, not too much nattering, lads. Watch out. Keep a good look at the anchors. They're coming up right behind us. Yeah, right behind us. Lank, how far away is he? How far away is he? About 500 yards. Yeah. Okay. He's seeing us, I think. Okay, Deb, I can see him. Thanks very much. Let me know when you get around on the course, Skip. I'm on course now, Navigator. Thank you, Skip. 357. 357, that's correct.
Seven and a half hours into the operation, guys. 7.5 hours.
There it goes. Our first sight of England. Just a little light from a beacon flashing up to us from the darkness below. And after the glare of light we left behind in Berlin, it seems small and frail. Nevertheless, everybody on board F for Freddy is mighty glad to see it.
Hello, Bombardier. English coast should be coming up now. Will you tell me when we cross it, please? Okay, Navigator. I'll let you know when we cross it. I can see it coming up ahead now. Thank you. Nav lights on, Skipper. Okay, Navigator. Nav lights on. Hell, Phil, do you see what I see? I can see the new moon through the window. Oh, don't worry about that. It's only Perspex anyway. Ah, Perspex. Maybe you got something there, chum. Hope so. My knees are singing the second chorus of Annie Laurie. Skipper Reg, can't our good friend the engineer give us a little bit of a song?
Sing?
Jock? Go on, give him a song, will you? No, I wouldn't play this on anybody. Go on, Jock, tell me some bloody bash. You'll never live it down, Jock. It's not a case of being bashful. Come on, Jock. Back. Oh, no. Well, the praise upon ye, where early falls the dew, and 'twas there that Annie Laurie.
It's funny because they've got their masks on and I'm wearing the headset. I feel kind of like I've got the same gear on as them.
Go on, you carry on now, Jock. No, Scotchman anyway, carry on.
just outstanding. If you haven't tried that experience on the Vive and the Rift, I can't recommend it enough. It is outstanding. It's a free download from Steam. It's a brilliant example of the power of virtual reality for time travel and for bringing the past to life. Honestly, as someone whose granddad was involved in World War II, just go try it. Really, really recommend it.